Welcome, everyone. I call the Board of Education meeting into session. And according to our agenda, our first item is a closed session. And we will move into closed session for the item that's on the agenda. I need a motion to move into closed session.
So moved.
Second. Okay. Second. For the purpose stated on the agenda. Okay. All in favor? Okay. Any opposed? Okay. Thank you. We'll move into closed session. Welcome to everyone. The Moore County Board of Education meeting will now come to order, and we need to approve our agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second? Sir?
You need a motion to come out of, closed session.
Thank you. You can tell I'm a newbie. I would like a motion to come out of closed session.
So moved.
Do we have a second? Thank you very much. We're out of closed session, and we're now in our open meeting. And we need to approve our agenda.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Oh, yeah, sorry. You can tell I'm very excited. All right, do we have a vote on coming out of closed session?
All in favor?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Now, here we go. We're now into open session of the Moore County Board of Education, and we need to approve our agenda. Do we have a motion to approve our agenda?
Madam Chair, just point of order.
Yes.
As amended, because I'd requested the personnel report be removed from the consent
Yes.
agenda.
Okay, and we will move that when we get to the consent agenda, if that's okay with you. Okay?
Whatever the procedure is.
All right, thank you, sir. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as it stands right now?
So moved.
All right,
This would be, Mr. Hensley has requested that, excuse me.
to amend the agenda.
Hold on, that item
Y'all are seeing me learn in
5E, the
action.
personnel report, be removed from the
Yes.
consent agenda.
Okay,
And any board member has the right to make that request, so that'll become an action item.
okay. Yes, sir.
Um,
All right, so the
and
personnel
motion-
item,
The motion then is to approve the agenda with that amendment.
okay. So let's try again. So we have a motion to remove the personnel item from the consent agenda to an action item. Okay? And so do we need to take a motion? Do we have a,
Madam Chair, I
As
make a
amended.
motion to approve the agenda
Okay.
as amended.
thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hensley. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we got through that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your patience with me. So at this point, I would like to welcome everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for your patience with me as I learn how to be board chair. It is a learning curve for me, but I'm very excited and happy to be here. I would also like to welcome SRO Officer Coleman, and thank you for being here tonight, sir. I would also like to thank James Lithicum with our technology department. Thank you for your hard work and for being here tonight. I'm not sure if Mr. Matt Lamb is here with the pilot, but he's always welcome. And at this time, we would like to move to our pledge, inspiration, and moment of silence. And Dr. Locklear, I'd like to turn it over to you.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to introduce the principal of Connect Academy, Ms. Jamie Burr, who will introduce our students for our Pledge of Allegiance and our inspiration. Ms. Burr.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Ember Withrow. Come on up. She's a second grade student in our Blend Ed program at McDeeds Creek Elementary. Okay. Ready? Loud and proud.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ember. And for the moment of inspiration tonight, we have Reagan Bone. Come on up, please. She is an 8th grade Blend Ed student at Connect Academy, and she is half-time enrolled with us in Connect's virtual school, and the other half-time she is homeschooled.
Hello, school board members, teachers, parents, and guests. My name is Reagan Bone, and tonight I will be providing the moment of inspiration and will be talking about people who have and continue to inspire me. Everyone has a goal, no matter how small. The goal may be to walk your dog twice a week or become the greatest soccer player in the world. However, goals have sacrifices that people make in order to achieve their goals. Bob Pierce, Mia Hamm, and Eleanor Roosevelt are the people who have sacrificed things in their lives and who inspire me to achieve my goals. In my church this year, we participated in a program called Samaritan's Purse. Samaritan's Purse is an organization that helps aid people physically and spiritually around the world. But who started this wonderful organization? Bob Pierce founded Samaritan's Purse in 1970 after visiting hurting children on a Korean island named Kojeda. The organization provides shoeboxes to those in need, filled with school supplies, toys, and other gifts. Bob Pierce sacrificed family time, his livelihood, and his health for children and families around the world. He fulfilled his goals for the sake of other people. The next person who is an inspiration to me is Mia Hamm. Mia Hamm's goal was to become the best soccer player she could be. She was just 5 years old when she started playing soccer. She developed her skills by practicing with people better than her. At the age of 15, Mia Hamm was the youngest person to be selected for the U.S. women's national team. Her accomplishments took sacrifice. Mia sacrificed time, family, and other interests to be one of the best-known female soccer players in the world. Mia Hamm's actions inspire me to keep a competitive fire when I play soccer. Her example shows me that big goals are achievable with sacrifice. My last inspiration is Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt was born October 11, 1884, in New York City. During her childhood, she attended Allenswood Academy in London for 3 years. At Allenswood Academy, she learned about politics and increased her confidence in herself. In 1905, she married Franklin Delano Roosevelt. By 1911, Franklin had become President of the United States, and Eleanor was the First Lady. During Franklin's presidency, she promoted women's rights and held several leadership roles within numerous organizations, such as the League of Women's Voters and the Women's Trade Union League. First Lady Eleanor was tireless in her sacrifices for her country, and she became one of the most influential First Ladies in history. She inspires me today with her sacrifices and actions to reach my goals and help people in need. Bob Pierce, Mia Hamm, and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt all sacrificed different things to achieve goals. These 3 people continue to inspire me each day with their drive to improve the world and themselves. I hope one day I can be a leader and achieve my goals for the world to see. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening, and thank you for your sacrifice and service to the citizens of Moore County.
All right, Vice Chair, if you'll lead us in the moment of silence.
I think Ms. Bone did a wonderful job of summing up, honestly, a lot of what this time of year is it's Christmas time, and the greatest sacrifice that was ever made is recognized at this time. So if we would just take a moment to reflect on that for just a moment. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, that was beautiful. Now we'll move to our holiday musical selections, and Dr. Locklear.
Yes, and I'll turn it right over to Miss Donna Gephardt, who will introduce our group from Union Pines High School. We have an esteemed group with us today, so we're excited about that. It's always a special time in our December meetings where we get to showcase some of the incredible talent of our kids in Moore County schools. So, Donna, I'll turn it right to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, Dr. Locklear, members of the board. You are in for an amazing treat tonight. We have James Brown, the James Brown, who's back to Moore County Schools as our Union Pines choir director and has done an amazing job. So I'm going to have him introduce his students and tell us what we're in for a treat for tonight.
Thank you. I was here from 04 to 10, and I found my way back to Moore County Schools. And we've already been around the county singing at various events with civic groups. And this evening, we're looking at carols from actually turn around the other way. We don't want to. That is awesome. We are a work in progress. We didn't know if it was more appropriate to have our backs to the board or to you all. And so we will be singing, we will start this evening with Lo How Rose. It's a German carol. And then we will do at least one Spanish carol, if not both Spanish carols. So they're talking about the rose, and the rose is the Christ child. And with the Spanish pieces, we're talking about what gifts do we bring to the Christ child, and how do we acknowledge the Christ child. So we hope that you enjoy our selections for you. The first one will be Lo How Rose by Pretorius.
Thank you, Mr. Brown and Union Pines Chorus. That was beautiful and really got our hearts lifted. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Batchelor to lead us in the recognitions.
Thank you, Chair Dr. Calcutt. First, if we could have Ember and Reagan join Chair Dr. Calcutt and Vice Chair Davis at the front. As a token of appreciation, these students will be presented with certificates for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and providing a wonderful inspiration to us all this evening. At this time, would all of our academics and student support services honorees please join Chair Dr. Calcutt and Vice Chair Davis at the front. First, Marisol Rivera McBride is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honoree for curriculum and instruction. Marisol has dedicated 31 years to supporting Hispanic families in our community, particularly those for whom Spanish is the primary language. Beginning in 1993 as a teacher assistant, she has since served in various roles, including migrant recruiter, ESL parent liaison, and Title III county translator. Marisol bridges language barriers by translating documents, attending meetings, and providing individual support to ensure student success. Known for her compassion and commitment, she consistently goes above and beyond to serve our families and students, making her an invaluable asset to Moore County Schools. Margaret Dee Terry is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honoree for Exceptional Children's Services. Margaret began as the district IEP coordinator in January and has far exceeded expectations in her role. She provides district support to residency licensed and beginning EC teachers, offering guidance on compliance, paperwork, and IEP writing. Margaret also models and assists in facilitating positive, productive IEP meetings with families. Always supportive of educators, parents, and peers, she navigates the IEP process with grace and humor. Her dedication and commitment to fostering success for both teachers and students make her an invaluable asset to Moore County Schools. Jessica Capps is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honoree for federal programs and CTE. Since March 2023, Jessica has been vital to our federal programs and CTE department, managing 12 Title I schools and overseeing both middle and high school CTE programs and ESSER funding processes. She recently completed a rigorous 92-hour manager training with the North Carolina Association of School Business Officials. Jessica brings a youthful spirit and dedicated work ethic from her experience managing a nonprofit organization. Beyond work, she is the founder and president of Paws of the Pines Animal Rescue, enjoys family time, and helps animals find loving homes. We're incredibly fortunate to have her on our team. Dustin Cherry is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honoree for Planning, Accountability, and Research. Dustin joined the Planning, Accountability, and Research Department just 2 months before our transition to a new student information system. He jumped in at the height of the change, fully immersing himself in learning the new system. Dustin took the lead on several parent-facing aspects of the program and has quickly become a state leader in Infinite Campus. He continues to work tirelessly every day to make the system more user-friendly, consistently striving to improve the experience for all users. His dedication and leadership have been invaluable throughout this transition. Erica Funk is this month's Engage, Aspire, Succeed honoree for Student Support Services. Erica, our district military liaison, goes above and beyond to support military families and the schools that serve them. She has developed effective processes to assist with the transition of military students in and out of Moore County schools, while also supporting their families. Through her efforts, she has increased federal impact aid funding and facilitated creative after-school programs, including the national award-winning Student-to-Student program at Union Pines High School. Thanks to Erica's dedication and training, Moore County is consistently named a Purple Star District. We appreciate her commitment, advocacy, and relentless support of our students and schools. Will Allred is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honoree for technology. Will, a value member of our Digital Integration Facilitators team, has made significant contributions to our district's technology initiatives. Last year, under Will's leadership, we secured a $50,000 grant to develop and implement cutting-edge, hands-on, technology-infused science labs for our middle schools. This initiative has greatly enhanced student engagement, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Additionally, he serves as the project lead for Moore County Schools' state-leading elementary and middle school robotics programs. His efforts have positioned our district as a leader in educational technology and significantly improved the learning experience for our students. Would family members, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Mike Metcalf, Assistant Superintendent Jamie Siding, and our department directors please stand and be recognized. Congratulations.
Welcome, we're so happy to have you.
Would Barb and Megan please join Chair Dr. Calcutt and Vice Chair Davis at the front? Barb Coughlin and Megan Kimball are this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honorees for Budget and Finance. Barb and Megan have been integral to the success of our Budget and Finance department. Barb, hired in 2014 as a bookkeeper at Cranes Creek, advanced to finance specialist in 2023 due to her strong work ethic and problem-solving skills. Megan joined in 2019 as a teacher assistant and quickly advanced to payroll analyst in 2022. Both have gone above and beyond this year, covering 5 additional bookkeeping positions while maintaining their own responsibilities. Their dedication and hard work exemplify the excellence of Moore County Schools. Would family members and Assistant Superintendent Tina Edmonds please stand and be recognized? Would Tina please join Chair Dr. Calcutt and Vice Chair Davis at the front? Tina White is this month's Engage, Aspire, Succeed honoree for Human Resources. Tina has excelled in numerous roles in public education, from driving a school bus to serving as a teacher assistant, bookkeeper, data manager, and HR expert. Known for her dependability, intelligence, and wit, Tina is not only the best dressed in HR, but also fearless in facing new challenges. Her selection for this honor by her colleagues speaks volumes about the respect she has earned. As we celebrate her bittersweet retirement after 20 years of dedicated service to North Carolina's public schools, we congratulate Tina, knowing she will be greatly missed. Would family members and Assistant Superintendent Pam Patterson please stand and be recognized? And at this time, would all of our operations honorees please join Chair Dr. Calcutt and Vice Chair Davis at the front. So we're going to start with child nutrition. Would y'all like to raise your hand, child nutrition, so we know who we're recognizing? Can you? All right, Lisa Brewer, Cheryl Dillman, and Rhonda Hussey are this month's Engage Inspire Succeed honorees for child nutrition. Lisa, Cheryl, and Rhonda form a remarkable team committed to ensuring that the Child Nutrition Department operates seamlessly and in full compliance with NCDPI regulations. Their dedication goes beyond the call of duty, providing essential support to keep our cafeterias running smoothly. The respect and admiration they receive from staff are testaments to their hard work and devotion to child nutrition. We are deeply grateful for their steadfast commitment and invaluable contributions to our program. Rachel Hussey is this month's Engage Inspire Succeed honoree for driver's education. She was unable to attend tonight's meeting, so our driver's education coordinator, Andrea Amoros, is here to accept the award on her behalf. You want to come on up? She's hiding in the back. Rachel has been a phenomenal driver education instructor since 2019, having taught over 700 Moore County students, both in classroom and behind the wheel settings. She consistently demonstrates a can-do attitude and commitment to excellence. Rachel's seamless adaptation during departmental transitions have been invaluable, and she ensures her students actively participate and understand defensive driving principles. Frequent praises from parents in our program surveys highlight her effectiveness. Alongside her fellow instructors, Rachel embodies our mission to equip students with the skills for safe and responsible driving. Now, we'll look at our maintenance team. Amy Bosworth, Tim Monroe, and Gary Welch are this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honorees for maintenance. Amy, Tim, and Gary exemplify dependability and teamwork in our maintenance department. Each day, they approach their responsibilities with profound pride, striving to perform their duties to the highest standard. Their willingness to go above and beyond, assisting beyond their typical roles whenever necessary, is invaluable to completing tasks efficiently. Their extraordinary dedication not only enhances our operations, but also significantly reduces stress in managing our daily activities. We are immensely grateful for their exceptional contributions to our maintenance department and the district, making them truly indispensable members of our team. Tammy Duty, Amy Monroe, and Tim Wimple are this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed honorees for transportation. Tammy, Amanda, and Tim consistently demonstrate exceptional dedication as transportation supervisors. Their tireless efforts behind the scenes are essential to the smooth operation of daily services. Often working long hours and preparing on the weekends, they go above and beyond to ensure everything stays on track. Their commitment to excellence, teamwork, and reliability is invaluable. Without their contributions, transportation operations would face significant challenges. We deeply appreciate their relentless pursuit of efficiency and their dedication to the success of transportation services. With family members, Assistant Superintendent Jenny Purvis, and our department directors, please stand and be recognized. Try. Congrats. And we also have an additional recognition tonight. If we could have the FFA program at Pinecrest, please join Chair Dr. Galcut and Vice Chair Davis at the front. The Pinecrest FFA Senior Dairy Cattle Evaluation Team achieved remarkable success at the National FFA Convention, representing North Carolina in the Dairy Cattle Evaluation and Management Career Development event. After winning first in the state, the team competed nationally and earned a bronze team ranking among contenders from 43 states. Individual members received 1 bronze and 3 silver rankings. This competition fosters essential skills in dairy cattle judging, management, and analysis, equipping students for future agricultural careers. Additionally, the team participated in convention workshops, service events, and networking opportunities, enhancing their knowledge and connections within the industry. With family members and Principal Phillips, please stand and be recognized. And this concludes the recognition portion. I'll turn it back over to Chair Dr. Calcutt.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, students, and thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful recognition program. We'll take a 5-minute recess, brief recess to allow anyone to leave that might want to get home early tonight, and we appreciate you coming, and if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay. All right, we'll call the Board of Education back into session, and we are at item number 5, the consent agenda, but we have an amendment. We are going to move the E personnel report to an action item. And so with that being moved, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with that item moved? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you very much. Now we are at our action items, and we have the personnel report. At this time, I would like to make a motion that we approve the personnel report.
Ask for a motion, request a motion.
Okay, I would like a motion. May I have a motion to approve the personnel report?
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second? Second. All right, now we're open for discussion.
So I asked for the personnel report to be removed from the consent agenda, which is a highly unusual move. Normally it's routinely done for the following reason, and it has to do with the Innovative High School. First, before I talk about why, I want to state a couple things. First, I firmly believe in the Innovative High School. I've listened to the briefs. I understand the need for it. I understand its mission. I understand that it has widespread support for the educators and the administrators from Dr. Locklear and his team. And this has nothing to do with the concept of the Innovative High School or the person who has been selected to be the new principal of the Innovative High School. Actually, the person's extraordinarily capable and an outstanding candidate to lead and stand up the new Innovative High School. My problem, and I have serious concerns about the Innovative High School of things that have been left out of the planning process. And I'm gonna talk just real quick. One is it's a very aggressive timeline. Number 2 is, we still don't even have a concept of operations as to how we're going to ease the overcrowding of our high school. Are we going to build an additional high school or what? And then 3, there's been no discussions with stakeholders on who's going to pay the remaining cost of the Innovative High School. So first, I'm going to get into each one of those, and I'll be quick about my comments. But first, let me start off by saying the whole concept of an Innovative High School from a board perspective was force-fed. And that is every board in Moore County. That's the county commissioners, that's this board, and that is the Sand Hills Community College Board of Trustees. We literally just woke up one morning, and in the budget, in the North Carolina budget, was $25 million or whatever for an Innovative High School. And, everyone's thankful for that, but you have to ask, well, first of all, shouldn't there have been some coordination with the school board who would be asked to execute that? And by the way, Dr. Locklear and his team, given the time constraints, you guys done an extraordinarily great job planning this. I know Dr. Metcalf and all. I mean, the plan, as far as the execution of it, setting the construction aside, the execution plan is solid. The county commissioners, who have to pay for it, no one asked them, and to this day, they're still a bit in the dark. And the Sand Hills Community College Board at large, although I'm quite sure that the chair and vice chair were in on the planning before the supplemental funding was provided. I know for a fact that the Sand Hills Community College Board at large wasn't consulted. So what you have is you have a program that is well-meaning. It will be valuable, but it was force-fed. It was foisted upon the boards that have the planning responsibility to come up with the money and execute it. So let's look at the unresolved issues. And at first I was going to say that, the aggressive timeline, first of all, the legislation that gave us the money, it did not specify a timeline. That is being driven by, well, it's not being driven by the legislation. So at first I was going to say, as I was driving up here thinking about it, I was going to say that there wasn't time for planning, but as I was thinking about this over the last 30 minutes or so, I got to thinking, and the previous board didn't properly plan. There was time to plan for the things that I'm going to bring up, but it just didn't happen. So, so here are the issues. So first of all, we don't yet have a plan as to what our high schools are going to look like. We know our high schools are overcrowded. We're good on our other schools, excess capacity actually. Pinecrest is horribly overcrowded. Union Pines is overcrowded. And we have, as a board, we're faced to how are we going to address that? Well, in the last 2 years, we haven't come up with a plan. Are we going to have an additional high school? Or are we going to expand our current high schools? And then along drops from the sky the innovative high school. Well, we haven't even put that into can't think of the word. We have not even put that into perspective, is not the right word, but we haven't put that in context of what we're going to do with the rest of our high school construction, right? Secondly, who's paying for this? I will tell you this. I will tell you that $25 million isn't going to cover the additional construction. It's going to be another $10, $15 million. I can tell you that this board has a prioritized list of school construction that we passed some years ago that looks almost exactly like the one that was passed by the previous board. We haven't taken any action on it, but nowhere on there is an innovative high school. So let's say this innovative high school needs an additional $15 million. What are we going to do? Are we going to postpone the Carthage Elementary? Are we going to postpone expanding Cranes Creek to its to its core capacity? Where exactly is that $15 million going to come from? The fact is that it's going to come from somewhere, and a proper planning process would have been, okay, we've got this innovative high school. The board has a list, and there's an unfunded need of $20 million, $10 to $20 million. The county commissioners view that money to come into Moore County schools. What we should have done is the board should have reconsidered our prioritized list and said, okay, this is our number 1 priority, or this is our number 5 priority. But the fact of the matter is, since this came down and it's effectively become a mandate, it's made it our number 1 priority. But the board didn't vote on that. It's going to, someone's going to go, unless Sandhills Community College plans on self-funding this, or there's additional money coming from legislation, this is going to push one of the board's priorities further back. And again, which one's that going to be? So my point is that there hasn't been a deliberative, and by the way, so the reason why I removed this from the consent agenda is because I am not going to vote to provide personnel for this person or any other person until these issues are resolved. And I'll tell you why. Back when we were talking about the application, we had to apply to have an innovative high school. So Dr. Metcalf and his team put together, I'm sure it was a huge, laborious, we need a Department of Government Efficiency to reduce the application process for an innovative high school. He put this together, and I had basically the same objections then as I did now. And I was told, well, we're moving forward with this, and we're going to go ahead and put the application in so that if we decide to move forward, or maybe it wasn't with, maybe it was in, I haven't gone back to look at the tape, but I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at the video, the statement was, well, we're putting this in so that it's it's ready to go if or when we decide to move forward. And I was looking forward to a discussion and debate among the board as to, okay, let's move forward. And I was going to once again address these concerns that have not happened, but that never happened. The next thing that pops up is we're hiring a principal for this school. So although there's been a tremendous amount of planning that's gone into this by Dr. Locklear and his team, and although it is a good idea, the fact of the matter is that important issues like how does this work in the context of our high school expansion program, and who's going to pay for the other, and I don't know the remaining amount. The problem is nobody knows the remaining amount, somewhere between $10 and $20 million. Who's going to pay for that, and what are we going to displace to pay for that? I mean, who's going to go and tell the people at Carthage they don't get a new elementary school? Because that money is going to be displaced somewhere. So here's my concern. Here's my concern, Ms. Chair and everyone. My concern is this is how it's going to unfold, and at some level, I think that people are counting on this. Certainly no one in this room, but here's how I think it's going to unfold. We're going to start in fall of next year with an innovative high school. Because by the way, I've seen this done, just look at any government program. Here's how my prediction on how this is going to unfold. It's going to start in the fall with no identifiable funding plan as to who's going to pay the rest of the money. Then, at some point along the way, the costs are going to come out. It's $20 million, right? Then, everyone's going to look at the county commissioners, because all the county commissioners have gotten formally has just been a brief from an architect where they showed a layout that shows a campus and an amphitheater and all kinds of weird stuff. That's all they've been formally presented, to my knowledge. So then, once the true cost is revealed after the launch of the innovative high school, then all the eyes are going to focus on the county commissioners and say, we need $15 million or whatever the amount is to pay for this. And then they're going to say, wait a minute, we got this brief from the school board saying the top 10 priorities and nowhere is on this, so school board, what are you going to displace? Then all of a sudden, it's going to make the county commissioners the bad guy. So if you go back to the proper prior planning prevents poor performance, right? I do not believe that these unresolved issues. Well, I retract my I don't believe these unresolved issues are significant issues. They should have been addressed by the previous board. They were not. They could have been addressed by looking at the prioritized list and making the school board vote. Okay, we're gonna postpone Carthage Elementary for 2 more years while we do our innovative high school. But the fact of the matter is that these issues were not addressed. I voiced them consistently throughout the entire process. They were not addressed. So I am not going to support this.
Thank you, Mr. Hensley. Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing now, are you ready for the motion? Do I have someone to move that we accept? Okay, just call for the vote. If you are in favor of approving the personnel report, if you'll say by A, you vote yes. All in favor?
Actually, Madam Chair, before
Sorry,
we vote,
I'm struggling.
I'd like to make, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the personnel report. And my motion is to remove the hiring of the innovative high school principal from the personnel report.
All right, we've had a motion from Mr. Hensley that he would like to remove the person on the personnel report. Do I have a second on that? Hearing no second, it doesn't pass. All right, at this time, I'm going to try it again. The question is, would you approve the personnel report as it is at this time? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, it passes. I say aye as well. All right, so the personnel.
6-1 with Mr. Hensley dissenting.
Sorry, sir?
At
6-1
with Mr. Hensley dissenting.
With Mr. Hensley dissenting. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. It's going to take me a little while. So thank you for your conversation on that. And we do not have anyone signed up for the public address to the board. I don't believe we need a break at this time. And at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Locklear to share his report.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a few words tonight. Again, thank you again to the board for your engagement and work. I was inspired, as I'm sure all of you were, by Union Pines High School Choir tonight. And over the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for members of our community to go out and see the incredible talent all the way from our elementary, middle, to our high school. So I highly encourage you to take a look at those calendars and go enjoy some of the incredible artistic talents, performing arts talents of our students over the next few days. As well, our winter sports season is in full swing already. Hard to believe we're sitting here with that. I had some great teams go very deep into the playoffs and win state championships in the fall, so we're deep into the winter season already. And I also wanted to just note that I'm excited to share, as the board is aware, we held our second holiday card contest in our district this year, where our art teachers facilitate with our students K-12. And that's always a difficult decision, but I think we had over 40 submissions of holiday cards, and 4 were selected, 1 from elementary, 1 from middle, 2 from high school, that'll be shared with our members of various boards and community partners, as well as all of the other 114 school districts in the state of North Carolina. And I brought copies of those for the board to see tonight, and we're just really proud of the talents of our children and really proud of those, and we look forward to sharing that with the whole state of North Carolina. So with that, Madam Chair, again, thank you to everyone. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Dr. Locklear. And now it's time for board comments, and I would like to begin tonight with Mr. Benway.
I'd just like to extend our best wishes for a wonderful New Year and Christmas.
A congratulations to all our sports teams. They're doing a great job, and we're really proud of them. Mr. Benway and I had a meeting at Carthage today. We really enjoyed it. We had a great meeting. And I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And may God bless everybody with health and happiness in the new year.
Thank you, Mrs. Bruno. Mrs. Dahl, Dr. Dahl.
I just want to say congratulations to all of our honorees, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of us.
Thank you. Mr. Hensley.
I have nothing, thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. Mr. Johnson.
Just to reiterate, Merry Christmas, of course, to everybody. And what keeps me thinking about in this time is sometimes this is a time where a lot of our students don't have as happy of a winter break as we do sometimes. And so just keeping them in our thoughts as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mrs. Davis.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson went to the direction that I was going to go into, that we're very blessed, most of us in this room, I do believe, and a lot of people are blessed, but there are children and families who are not so blessed. And if you know one of them, reach out to them and love on them a little bit, and just remember what the season is about. Merry Christmas. I love everyone, and I love y'all.
Thank you, Mrs. Davis. And thank you to our board and staff for an enjoyable and productive meeting tonight. Thank you for your patience with me. It's a little bit tougher than I thought following the Robert's Rules of Order, but I promise I'm going to practice and get better. I just want to recognize that the students from the Connect Academy and the choir from Union Pines added to our holiday spirit. I'm so proud of our employees and our students, and they demonstrate our district's high quality and dedication. Congratulations to everyone again, and thank you for sharing your talents with us tonight. I want to note that we participated in the holiday parades in Robbins and Southern Pines, and it was a great way to meet our communities and cheer on our schools. The schools were well represented with floats, marching bands, sports teams, including our Teacher of the Year, Shannon Bates from Alice Middle School, and Principal of the Year, Stephanie Phillips from Pinecrest, as well as administrators, board members, and we all appreciate your representation. Thank you, Dr. Locklear and staff, for arranging for our new board members to attend the North Carolina School Boards Association Conference in November. Dr. Dahl, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Davis, Dr. Locklear, and I attended informative sessions that inspired and prepared us for our work. And I'm going to attend 2 more days of board training this week with the same organization in Raleigh. Finally, I want to encourage our board members to attend our school holiday programs and sports events as you can. And again, I wish, as all of us have, Wish you a joyful holiday season with family and friends, and I look forward to working with all of you and our Moore County Schools team in 2025. Here we go. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
A motion to adjourn the meeting.
A second? A second? All in favor, say aye. All right. Any opposed? All right. It's all in favor. Thank you, everybody.